I would love for her to get some skills in actually doing like plants and stuff. The only problem I've got with her is that we're in like such a considerable like deficit of food, right? That I can't really risk her wasting resources on like a shoddy harvest. Like Mitz is currently wandering around because you do cooking and I probably don't have shit to cook. You do animal stuff. Hold on, where is... we've got shit to cook, but apparently all the benches are basically full up. Reserved by Worm, reserved by Corvin, Enyo. Dally shouldn't be cooking. Hold on. You go get your ass on that one because Dally's in the caravan. So you go do that. I'm gonna have to start making some actual like gold shit in my base. Like I said, I'll make that gold table when I can so that my people will want to kick that. They giggle for at least an hour thinking about me trying to scare you kitty form with a cucumber. No, I know you're a grown-up man and stuff. Like, I do find some of the shit you do is like humorous, you know? But, yeah, look, that's fine. It's just that, yeah, my Kitty Venus, like, alternate avatar, like, my avatar forms and stuff, like, my character, she's got base form me, she's got magical girl form, she's got, like, royal magical girl form, she's got cat human hybrid me form kind of thing, then she's got like cat magical girl, then cat royalty kind of thing, and she also has actual like cat form and stuff, and she's actually closer to like the cat form, which is like you guys have seen like the sleeping emote thing, which I made her like brown and black and stuff, which isn't correct, but it was easier to see in this format. When she's in like that, it would make more sense to be like concerned about these sort of things. But think of it more as like Luna and Artemis and stuff from like Sailor Moon, how like they're almost more human-minded, even though cat-bodied sort of thing. It's like that sort of thing when it's like you go to like the cat format and stuff. Probably the best way I can describe it, realistically. Sue, mate, do you do animals or do you do plants? You do animals. I thought so. Grasshopper does do gardening though. You do cooking and gardening. You can't do cooking right now, so you're coming with me, mate. Falcon's busy on that pile. I don't know if I put anybody down here. Real question is, do you duct tape toast to your back? Will you spin infinitely? I don't think so, because my cat girl form and my cat form both have wings. So you have that negating as a magical property attached to me anyway, because like the wings don't flap. Right, they're just like stagnant form shape that like basically just grant like the ability to like glide and fly and shit. So I think the magical properties would probably negate classic toast butter scenarios, I feel like. But I know the reference that you're talking about is the cat game. It was supposed to be pretty soon, but I think I had to shuffle it around for some stuff. Because, I don't know, it's a very cute game. I like the noises it makes, specifically, and also, like, when it, like, shoots around the map, it's fun. But, yeah, just pretty much any kind of, like, classic cat behavior stuff, apart from the fact that, like, my alternate avatar and stuff with the cat features and stuff can obviously, like, her tail can frizz. That's, like, pretty much, like, the only thing that she can do that's normal cat behavior kind of thing, is it can get frizzed if she's like mad and stuff, you know. And her ears can obviously go flat back and stuff, you know, the airplane cat ears that you get and stuff. But like everything else is much more like humanized in that sense. Like there's not a lot of like catness to it. I know Falcon's got dibs on that. All right, that should be enough people out here hopefully pulling out plants. I'd like to be able to grab a couple of the other ones, but we've still got the high psychic drone for a while. They've been going for a couple of days. I'm assuming it's going to last until like the 4th or 5th of September before it will fuck off. We're in a daze. Tattered apparel is getting low. Medical treatment needed for Campbell. Campbell won't actually go lay down to get treated. That's his problem. Even if I wanted him to, he's just not going to. Masterwork. Guinea pig pants, fur, that's fine. It'd be good if they could start making some warmer shit for winter, but I don't see them doing that. And also Cody too. Campbell, Cody, that's Campbell. Who's exhausted? Tade. Tade's in a mental break, so of course he's exhausted. There's Cody. Cody's got malaria. We'll see how Cody goes. Cody does like cooking and animals and medical and stuff, so they're like a primary person that you kind of don't want to have die. Aurella's out here doing stuff. All right, well, I'll let her like go so areas. I'm not going to tell her what to do because we still have the high psychic drone. And it looks like due to the animal culling, we are starting to grow more plants over here too. And it even looks like, because they're all roped up down there, it looks like we have a lot less yaks. So I'm hoping that they fucking plant this area out. It's such a huge area that they start on like a corner and they won't actually get to like another section. I kind of want to divide this down the center here, because if it was two separate little sections, my people, I feel like, are much more likely to go and plant it out, whereas we're constantly harvesting this, right? And it is a big area. It's not the biggest. I think the bottom one is the biggest area, but all of these have got like little sections and stuff, so they all grow at different points. But I'm not harvesting out of this, and I'm not harvesting out of the bottom. Camber's in a sad wander. That's fine. Who else? What else is going on? Animal filth. Cypress is animal filthing inside. Vulture, mate, when you're done cleaning the dirt, where you going? Can you clean the workshop? Not like it's making much of a difference, but we have got like over 150 components, which means on the bottom half of the map, I can open up the production of... Don't do the... they should be building... Hold on. I should be able to tell them to make the EMP things, make flak vests. We don't want that yet. I do want flak vests and stuff. We've got limited. Okay, hold on. So we need you to have one forever and one limited. Do this forever. I was limiting it, but I didn't realize that we had like 150 odd. Advanced components were capped. I do want advanced components capped because I don't really need like 1,000 at any particular time, but I always need make components to be available. Make components forever. That one's a 2 forever. That one's a 2 forever. So this would be stopping them from using the other benches. Honestly, it would be kind of good for the benches that had like the cap to have something else going with it. Now, I do need the EMP things, which I don't know if we were making on any specific one, but you need to be reinstalled. Like, not that one, this one needs to be reinstalled. It's like not in the right spot. So I do want the EMP shells to get made again. Looks like I only had like that bench, and these ones at the back here must have the bills. You can shred stuff. You can make shells. Okay, we can make the EMP shells now because we've got a lot of spare components. I don't want every bench available making it. I just want a couple of them so that we are making some. The EMP things are getting made because I've still got like, at least in that spot, I've got like 46. Let's see if we can grab the majority of them because not all of them are done. Tantrum from Gosha, that's fine. Still got over 100 to make. 119 so far. 130 odd. I think that's all of them. We've got about 130 odd left to go, at least, of the EMP traps. 3 people just had a tantrum, which is fine. Whenever they have a tantrum, I'm trying to save it because if it's not like them going berserk, I have a chance for them to like stay being calmer. Like Farrell's going to have a mental break soon. Farrell doesn't have medical privileges, so if he goes down, it's like good luck, Farrell. Tosma's got muscle parasites as well. Laws is having a breakdown. The muscle parasites don't seem to kill them, but it does make them hurt a lot. Stars is going to have a mental break soon. Lauren's going to have a mental break soon. Farrell will soon. Crab will soon. Crab, I have not told them to do anything. They're doing whatever they want. It's just a high psychic drone. It's like a fucking negative 54. I have nothing to negate that. Also, apparently they're sleeping in the heat. And of course they're pissy that 2 people have died. So that is like the downside to letting them have somebody die. Colonist idle is Kit. What are you doing, Kit? Hamster's having a daze. I guess you're going off to like wander around. Creativity from laws. That's fine. As long as none of them try to leave would be great. So also putting the caravan like roped up down here is not like the best spot for it. And I'm gonna guess a lot of the people in this caravan, we have one person's mentally broken. So, and well, I'm thinking somebody's like ready to go with that soon. Sass is the one that's mentally broken. Chiffon's basically also in a mental break as well, doing a tantrum. Nuffer, mate, do you do plants? And come back here. I don't think you do. Yeah, you don't. I keep asking if he does. Dodsworth think does. I see you peeking, Keelon. I take it that that's being like lurking and stuff. Everybody's having mental breaks because we have a super high psychic drone. So yeah, everybody's kind of pissy. I've really only got like, I can really only use like the male colonists right now, which like unintentionally I do tend to use like a lot of the females because they just like, I'm familiar with their names. They seem to walk past these areas like more frequently than others. So it doesn't hurt a little bit to kind of get close to like knowing which ones do what other shit. Jet Sad Wanderer, McPherson's Sad Wanderer. Don't try to clean the room. I am also, as I said, trying to save between each tantrum. That way if somebody does something like major next, all the people that are currently just like mentally wandering and tantruming and stuff are not really a threat, you know? Plus, of course, I also do have the issue of like, I could have some kind of like major event happen. Like, we have a look at our events list. We haven't had something in a while. We had this infestation a while ago. We had something else. I think we had like a high psychic drone try to happen last week. And I did negate it when we had to roll back when the caravan failed to go. And now we've got it again. It gave us like the highest fucking one we could possibly probably get. So, you know, checkmate to that. But like I haven't got attacked. We went and we did the mech battle. The mech battle went well. And we've had like 2 people die. So everybody's upset because somebody's died. And I know that at least Dorsey knew probably every colonist because he's been here so long. So yeah. Apart from that, I do need somebody to clean the kitchen. No Purple's busy. Trana, mate, you do plants. I might get you out here on the plants as well. They're doing a pretty good job. They've been mostly just like harvesting as much food as physically possible. Like I said, when they eventually calm the fuck down, when we eventually have got actual like genuine surplus food, right? Stuff that can withstand like power outages, stuff that can withstand them having like food binges and all that kind of stuff, like then we can kind of calm the fuck down over winter. But in saying that, like winter's still gonna suck because we can only bring in what we can bring in from the grow rooms at that point. And while we've got a few grow rooms, quite a lot, it's still not super efficient for the amount of colonists that I have. Like we've got 1,200 pemmican, which is going great. We've got like 4,000 spare like rice, which is great. We've got some berries. We have meat, which is good. We've got 1,200 packaged flour meals, which is looking really good. And same with like, we've nearly got 4,000 simple meals, which is also really good. It'd be great if they're still using the nutrient paste meals, because I can't guarantee that they are, but we do have them. And if they are using them, that's great. Realistically, I feel like I should probably remove like 1 or 2 of these hoppers because I feel like they only need like 2 at a time and the rest could be resources. So I might get rid of the 2 at the back because they can reach the ones at the front quite well. And they'll put the rest of these in storage. Although they do look like they're coming and grabbing stuff off this to cook. So maybe it's not that bad. It's not like they're walking as far. If that's the case, I might just say cancel destroying it. If that's the case. Because I'm just going to keep an eye on them for a second. If the people are coming and grabbing the resources off the hoppers to go and cook. Yeah, Crucial is. Okay, that's more efficient then. Cool. Okay, so cooking has become more efficient. They're not letting the stuff that's on the hoppers just die off, which is good. Like I have storage in the other rooms, but the big like thrombos and stuff, they can't get in to eat what's on the hoppers, so that's fine. The meat and stuff is not going off. Stores, it's also not going off. I don't see anything look like it's expiring. I can hear there Nero's having a fucking tantrum with the wall outside. I think she's breaking electricals, but like I said, I'll have to, like, I don't know if maybe I want to put, like, I was going to check the animal flap situation to see if the people could get down into here, but I don't actually know. If I was to grab this, it might work, it might not. Sometimes this does, sometimes it doesn't. If I just grab Azos for a second, I know you're training the panther. Can you get in here? Because it looks like you can come in through the animal flaps by the look of it. I thought that you guys couldn't get in through animal flaps. Also, it does look like this is working this particular time, so that's interesting. I'm apparently hiding in my room as well. Okay, so animal flaps is not going to keep you out of here. So that's fine. You go back to what you're doing, mate. So animal flaps are not a option. Cag's starving, but they're eating. When you're done eating, mate, can I get you to clean this dining room? Because it's kind of gross. Everybody's been puking in here. And lasagna, mate, when you're done, can I get you to clean the dining room too? Just, there's not much dirt in here, but if they could, that'd be great. So animal flaps and stuff like that's not going to work. If I had a Resurrector Mech serum, I would have to put it behind a wall where my colonists cannot get to it. And the only thing I'm thinking of is I could build it in here. I could build a one spot here. Technically two if I wanted to have like the healing mech thing, right? And that would allow me to put, if I held off on building this corner one until it's in here, I didn't mean to accidentally get rid of that. I copied that zone, put this here because this is supposed to be like training things. So put that in there. What I want this to be, clear everything. I want this to be items, I don't know what it comes under. Manufactured, maybe? Maybe medicine? I don't think it's that. Drug, mortar shells, it's none of that shit. It's not textiles. I don't think it's raw resources. I feel like it's like something made. It's not that. Johnson's having a tantrum. Maybe Mystic. It's not that. Body parts shouldn't be that. Neuro trainers, skill trainers. It's not that. Buildings, chunks, plants. I don't think it's none of that stuff. Hold on. What we got? It's not going to be food. I don't think it's manufactured because I can't make it. It shouldn't be raw resources. So I would imagine that would be like artifacts and shit, like neurotrainers, skill trainers, not those. Body parts book, Misket. I'm thinking it's got to be like Mystic, but maybe because I don't have it yet as an inventory thing. But you'd think it would show me building chunks, weapons, or be part of like medicine. Manufactured medicines. Medicine's not it. Drugs, maybe. Okay, here we are. Okay, healing mech serum and resurrect mech serum. These are the only two things I want in here. Allow fresh, rotten. I don't care. They get to go into this little spot here if I have them. And if I have them and they go in here, this wall is getting constructed. That's how that's going. So they can't physically get into it unless I need it. So this is the only way I'm going to be able to keep it with a colony like this, because my people will have a tantrum and I won't notice them destroy it. The only problem I will have a problem with is when I do get it and I need to use it, I won't probably remember to get rid of the wall. And also my person might try to like seal themselves into the wall. I can't use a door because a door doesn't always, when I put an X on it, doesn't always work. That is one of the glitches I've got. It's working tonight, but it may not work every night. And if it doesn't work every night and I'm not aware of it and somebody has a tantrum, comes in and kicks it, then it's gone. And it's something that I need to keep a hold of if I can. So I don't want to potentially lose that. So I'll have a little storage spot for it. I'll have neurotrainer spot for storage as well. I also have the venomatic power cell in here. Like, this is not really where I want these to be. by the way, but it's enough. It works. What I do want to do is I do actually want to make this just a tiny bit bigger. I want to take this out by like a little bit more. I think this is also a spot in here too. And the spot there too. And take it up like that. The way I have a little bit more space, because I want to move a couple of these batteries over and have a bit more space for neurotrainers when I have them. And I want to have like an extra couple of spaces for like the other things. But it'll be like a solid ass wall. Let's see. Colocidal starvation. There's a cat. Are you pregnant? Yes. Johnson's actively destroying his room. Down to 37. Tattered apparel. Still need warm clothing. At least 36 of your colonists need warm clothing. I wonder if that's to do with the tattered apparel as well. It might be. Outdoor temperature is going to reach -2. Jesus, okay. Hopefully not in fucking fall. It won't. Because if it reaches -2 before we get to snow, we'll be fucked. If I got a cold snap now, we'd be fucked. That's essentially like how it would go. So we've got heaters on. I don't know if I turned the heaters on in here. I did not. They are holding their temperature. We'll turn those on, get them warm. I don't think I've got one heater on in here. This is already ambiently hot because this room is heating up. That's got a heater, that's got a fireplace. That one does not. Let's get one on. At least one on. Once it gets winter, I'll turn the other one on. There's no point running both at the moment. I've got fireplaces up through the rest of the place, keeping it mostly warm. I don't have heaters in the prison because I don't have prisoners. I do have the fireplaces, I think I have heaters in there. I think I've got normal heaters in there. I don't have fireplaces active in the medical things yet. I've got one. I don't think I have a fireplace in here. No, I have 2 cooler things and I have a heater. We'll use a heater in winter. Realistically, a fireplace and a heater would be enough in most of these rooms as like one or the other. But yeah, I haven't like moved everything around yet. This will be too cold in here and I can't do much about it. The only thing I can try to do is prevent them from getting hypothermia. Like this is 17, that's 3. It's 3, it's -1. For some reason, these 2 rooms are colder. That's 3, 3, another 3, yes, 17, okay. So these 2 rooms is not as cold as I want them to be. They're minus like 123. It doesn't work like that, but this is fine. This is minus 43. So I could probably buff up these 2 rooms just the tiniest bit. Just bring them up by 1 because that would be enough. Although that's 40 and 30. Hold on a second. -1 and -4. Hold on. Let's see. That's -30 and that's -42. Hold on. Got -2, 3. I'm gonna have to even out these 2. Reset them. Take them down to. It's still got to be like on a 1C because this has got to still be cold enough to compensate for the other 2 rooms. Now this is 123, 123. Can't see these. These are 123. Okay, those are absolutely pumping. These have been dialed down to at least the same level. They're not like minus 40 something at the moment. So they're currently 1 degrees indoor. This is 16 degrees indoor, so it's gotten a little bit cooler. That's 1 degrees. So this is 1, by the look of it, -1, -2. And 0 degrees. So they're not compensating enough to keep these rooms actually frozen. I need to keep them like borderline frozen. They'll get colder in winter. I don't super want to take that down by 10. I'll take it down by up to 2. Take it down to like a -5 degrees. I think that would be enough to bring them down a little bit more. So these 2 rooms I hope won't be as cold as these 2 rooms. If they're all roughly the same, I could probably make them all like -99 or some shit like that and it would be equal across them all. The center area doesn't have any cooling or heating. I do have like this ambient temperature thing which should have been turned off, but it was not. So once that gets turned off, it should warm up a little bit in here. Who's doing fire? Faso's just killed a thing, so that's fine. Save that shit. Save, yeah, maybe? There we go. Just took a hot second. And everybody's getting some sleep, which is good. So, oh, the high-sec drone's finished. Fucking fantastic. Okay, well, everybody's gonna calm the ever-loving fuck down now. Except for, what's your problem? Von's got their own issues. They got sensory machinates. Can't do anything about Von. But that means that if Sass is out of her mental break... No. Is Sass still around in the mental break, or is it somebody else? Bob. I should have everybody. There's Kit Kat, Grenade, Sloan, Sky, Nick, Franklin, Star, I already checked, Seahorse, Kimmy, Shadow. I'm not seeing who's in the mental break. They might be further away. Maybe it's not McPherson, no. I'm not seeing who's in the mental break. Somebody is. Somebody's in the caravan, they're in a mental break, but I can't see who they are. Oh no, it's Sass. Oh no, it's just Sass. That's fine. Well, she's having a psychotic wander. She should be nearly finished that though. And as for the caravan, they've only got 2 medicine left to pack up, which is fine. We should still have 2 medicine available, and then they will want to leave. So once she's finished her mental break, somebody will grab the medicine, they will leave, essentially. This is already packed up, which once the caravan's outside, I can actually launch it onto them once they leave, because we do have capacity for the food. I'd rather them have it in advance on the way out. So I will do that, but I'm not going to try to like attach it to them right now because they're going to have issues with it. So basically once Sass stops having her mental break, they'll pack up the 2 extra health. Once the caravan leaves, I can send the transport pod to the caravan just outside of the base. So it's going to be like the piddliest amount of fuel, but it's such a waste of steel. But they'll have food, they'll have adequate medicine. They'll head off to attack the 13 pirates. We want the Resurrector Mech Serum. Once we get the Resurrector Mech Serum, whether it goes to them or if it lands back in base, we have 1 spot for them to store that, which is in here. And once it's in here, I will seal up the wall so that they don't actually like get in here and break it all the time. That would be great. Whoever did mining is already finished, by the way. They got in here like super fast. I want to move all of these over as well, so that I can have a little bit more space at the front of this, because I don't really need this to be super cold insulated for like winter. It's fine. The batteries will do fine as they are. As long as they shift over and are still connected, they'll work. I am also trying to make a gold fucking table. So if I could get my hands on gold, that way we have something for them to break, that would be ideal. I will end up replacing like the marble table in the center. I don't care what percentage it is, it will replace that. And therefore, if they want to destroy it, they'll have to go destroy it in there. The poles I'll have to move down. The beds I'll have to move down. I do want to put vital monitors in here. We're trying to replant this. They've got literally like 10 or so more days to get this fully planted, fully harvested. And then whatever food we have is whatever food we have. We're finally at the point where they actually have got a few thousand food, which might be enough for winter. I don't know, but we will have to do another animal cull manually, just like go through and like cull them as like a few here or whatever, to make sure we keep them kind of like lower around this like 20, 25, 30 kind of mark for the most part for winter, because we still need them to produce meat. We still need to produce milk and leather and all that stuff, but we don't need that many animals in winter when they're not going to be able to successfully like bring the baby to like term and shit, right? They'll all miscarriage in winter anyway, but we can't fully cull them off because we still need meat production in that percentage. So the yaks are already very low, and they'll go out, they'll do the caravan, they'll come back. We might maybe get to like do this, but I would say it's probably a very light amount of animals that we've got at the moment. We should end up with substantial crops. My people should be busy, and we'll have all these trees still to go and like get. Plus we've still got like a few animals, and there's a grizzly bear and shit, so we've still got that to deal with as well. So at least the plague didn't kill them, the flu didn't kill them, malaria didn't kill them, muscle sensory things aren't killing them, we still lost 2 colonists. We still got Irina and stuff. That's nice and shit. But yeah, 302 colonists at the moment, and we're still trying to balance out the food. So it's not like losing a couple of people is a problem, but everybody's a bit pissed about it, and the high psychic drone's done. So, you know, better than when we started. I just probably would have preferred a raid over the rest of it, you know?